What's going on, guys? Everett 13. It's currently November 2025. We're in the middle of a government shutdown, I believe the longest in history now. Our COVID fund money has run out. Christmas time hasn't made it here, so we don't have any money from Santa to spend on knives. But dadgummit, we still like knives, and in particular, we really like the Koenig Arius. But these things are not cheap. They're fantastic, but they're not cheap. You've got great flipper action, you've got great materials, American craftsmanship, great acoustics, beautiful milling on the titanium. This thing's just sexy. It's just sexy, but it ain't cheap. So, I'm going to give you two, well, kind of three, but two alternatives to the Koenig Arius. The first one is going to be the Kubi. I'm going to call it the Titus. It looks like Titius to me, but I'm going to call it the Titus. So, Kubi Titus. You get a very similar overall profile. The blade shape, very similar. You get a flipper tab. You've got full titanium construction. You've got the kind of the spidey hole. You've got a little bit of a fuller here. I love the fuller. You do get a fuller on the Koenig. It's kind of hidden. It's kind of a hidden fuller, if you will. But this area here is kind of scalloped. So you do get a fuller here. Love it. But here the fuller is kind of out front. But the Kubi, you're getting, I don't know, 80% of an Arius for $100, give or take, on the price. You know, if you find it on secondary market, maybe even below that. Stellar value here. You're getting full titanium with some beautiful milling for the handle scales. You're getting a frame lock. The blade steel's 14C28N. That is a budget steel, but in my opinion, it is the absolute best budget steel. Some people may say D2 is the best budget steel. That's a fair argument. I just think that they're wrong, and I think 14C28N is the best budget steel. But overall, I think that the Kubi is a fantastic budget alternative to the Arius. You're getting kind of a normal pocket clip here, but overall, you've got a very nice knife. The action is good. If you've never felt an Arius, you're going to love this action. If you have felt an Arius, this action is not as good. It's not bad. It's just not as good as the Arius. Okay, the next alternative, bear with me here, it's a little different, but the Monterey Bay saber tooth, or if you prefer the smaller knife, the Wolverine, this would be a good alternative to a mini Arius. But the saber tooth Wolverine, fantastic knives. You get a little bit of a nicer pocket clip here than you get on the Kubi. You do get the added benefit of a front flipper if that's something that you like. The action is fantastic. I would actually say the action on this knife is just as good as the Arius. I know, shoot me. It's good. It's damn good on the Monterey Bay. On both of them, it is a fantastic. I've got the pivot a little tighter on this one, but it's a fantastic action. And also, you know, this one is just a smooth, it was a smooth slab of titanium that I kind of put this seafoam green kind of and an orange peel texture. I like mod knives sometimes. But you do see that you can get options like this frag pattern. I put a two-tone, kind of a pinkish and then light blue, kind of a cotton candy vibe on this. But the Monterey Bay Wolverine or the Monterey Bay Sabertooth, fantastic alternatives to the Arius, primarily because it is a very similar profile overall. The blade shape's a little different, but very similar profile. The action is as close to an Arius as anything I have felt. You're getting a little bit of a nicer pocket clip on this one as opposed to the Kubi, and you are getting a premium blade steel in S90V. S90V is a very premium blade steel. The Monterey Bays come in around 140 brand new. So maybe a smidge more than the Kubi, but you are getting premium blade steel. You are getting a little bit of a nicer pocket clip. That being said, both of these are fantastic alternatives to the Arius, in my opinion at least. And of course, the Wolverine being a fantastic alternative to the Mini Arius. So, yeah, guys, look, at the end of the day, the Arius is the best one on the table. But that being said, it is also the most expensive one on the table. The Kubi and the Monterey Bays here give you 90% of what you're getting with the Arius, but at a fraction, a lot cheaper than the Arius. So I think they're worthy of your consideration. Certainly, if you've always saw the Arius and wanted one, and just couldn't, bring yourself to pay that for it, or just maybe you could, but you just couldn't afford it, or you didn't want to. I totally get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Check out the Kubi Titus. Check out the Monterey Bay Sabretooth, or the smaller alternative, Monterey Bay Wolverine. I think you will be very well satisfied with either of these alternatives to the Arius. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. If you've made it this far and you've listened to me ramble on, thank you. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.